Talent abounds in Barbados, and we are here at the Ellerslie School that's produced many outstanding cricketers for Barbados and the West Indies. Today we are going to speak to one of those talents, Mr. Jason Paris. As you can see, these young men continue to show their prowess, show their talent, and maybe they will be one of our future stars for the Barbados and the West Indies. It's indeed an honor to be here at the Ellerslie School with Jason Paris. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Stephen. How are you doing?
Jason, this is your alma mater.
Yes, please.
And I know you have a rich legacy coming through the ranks. I believe national under 15, captain this team. You also were the head boy at the school. Could you remind me of how that general experience was at the Ellerslie School?
Well, the Ellerslie School was a real journey for me. I really enjoyed the Ellerslie Secondary School. I was here under the principal, Mr. Niles. Sylvester does, and I remember coming into the school and meeting the principal, and he would have said to me, you know, you have a long journey here at the Ellerslie Secondary School, a rich history to follow. You know, we came in with guys to follow, like Sherwin Campbell, Phil Wallace, Shirley Clark, and these guys. So it was a rich journey, and it was a real experience here at the Ellerslie Secondary School.
But Jason, not only coming through this school, but you went on to represent the team at national junior level and national senior level. What would you say was part of the foundation that allowed you to make those steps as you went through your cricketing journey?
Well, I want to say that for me, you know, cricket here at the secondary school was really something that stabilized that and cemented my foundation in playing cricket. But I have to mention the community as well. We used to play a lot of community cricket in those times. I remember the guys used to head from Ellerslie School down sometimes to Carlton Club. Yeah, and down where I would have originated, which is in Ashling Village. We used to play a lot of cricket in the community. I'm talking about the guys at Suleiman Ben, the guys at Corey Yearwood, you know, all of those guys, we represented ourselves in the community as well. And that would have given us a real strong foundation.
And you went on not just playing national cricket, but you're into coaching and you deal with a lot of these young boys. We were here at a game that had a bit of a rain interruption at Ellerslie School on the 15 cricket, which is again bedrock. Yeah. But you, Jason Paris, the coach, dealing with the young people, building up their natural skills. How has that been?
Well, that has been a journey for me as well. I mean, let me just say that the foundation is really important when it comes to cricket. If you don't have any guys playing cricket from a young age, you're not going to have guys in the end. So for me, I take it upon myself that I really love coaching the youngsters and so on. I coach obviously at my primary school that I teach at as well. I have my own cricket school as well. Yeah, and obviously a lot of this was basically cemented for me because of the foundation that I was given. Guys like Mark Stout. You also will have to talk about persons like Irving Harris. We're here outside the Irving Harris Pavilion right now. Those persons would have been instrumental in giving us the foundation from young. And for me, you have to give back. So giving back is a real big part of my beliefs, and doing that is one of the reasons why I started to coach youngsters. Also, I have my son as well, Justin Barnes. So he motivates me as well to keep pushing and keep helping the youngsters. I want to see the youngsters move from strength to strength. But giving back is a real essential part of coaching and teaching cricket and so on, because if you don't have youngsters playing cricket, you're not going to have them in the end to represent Barbados and the West Indies.
You're talking about teaching and education. You're an educator, not the primary school. I want you to tell everyone which primary school that's at and also the name of your school. But you went on to University of West Indies. You got your academic certification there and you continue to go from strength to strength. How important is education to helping a young man or girl, in this case, develop their skills? Well,
education is very important because you have to be able to break down. It's a thought process, you know, it's a learning and teaching process. So I mean, at this level, you want to learn, you also want to be able then to replicate what you have learned. You know, so teaching and learning go hand in hand, right? In this case, we talk about coaching, but I like to talk about teaching cricket. Yeah, I like to talk about teaching cricket because I think you have to teach your skills. You have to teach fundamentals for cricket, and that is the foundation. Once you have those fundamentals, you can keep building upon those fundamentals until you get to the top level. So learning and teaching and so on go hand in hand, and that's something that we have to reinforce when it comes to cricket and to the youngsters of today.
Finally, Jason, Ellerslie School has done so much for you. You spoke about your community in Ashley, which is in Black Rock, St. Michael. But where do you see Jason Paris in terms of cricket and his own personal development, maybe in the next 5 years?
Yeah, well, for me, I want to keep moving from strength to strength. I coach. I have my own little club that you do some coaching and so on over in St. Philip, over at the King George, the 5th National Park. We do some coaching over there. And I also move strongly with the Commerce School because obviously my son is at that school. But for me, I want to see myself giving back to the youngsters all the time. Ever so often you can go by a ground. I remember when I was a youngster growing up, we used to have a lot of guys who would come around the ground. And some of them might take them for granted. But I think about guys like Warney and those kind of guys. Used to learn a lot from those guys. So for me, I think about seeing a youngster and helping him to work on his game, helping him to develop. That's something for me that really moves with my heart. So for me, I just want to keep doing those things. I just want to keep making a contribution to cricket and the cricket development for young people. That's all I want to do for me, Stephen. That will make me happy.
Jason, it's been a pleasure. I want to wish you continued success in your journey. I wish your son, Justin, all the best in the future.
Thank you, Stephen.